Bob Button was just given a signal to go ahead and fire up his blown alcohol car down here in front of the tower. Bob is not yet qualified. Unofficially, I've got Angel on the bump at 5.356. And the reason I say unofficially is this, because the runs that were just made in the All-Stars competition need to be edited in. And, well, basically, instead of taking the time to hold up right here and edit everything in, we'll just go ahead and finish up this. And then we'll get it all squared away. So, Button, this is really kind of a cool car. Bob is working with a guy named Chelsea Clark, who is the brains behind the PSI supercharger stuff. This is the only, to my knowledge, the only electronic fuel injected and electronically controlled, like coil packs and all that kind of stuff, top alcohol dragster in existence. It's kind of interesting that they've been working with this thing on the dyno a lot. And the bottom line was they couldn't find injectors big enough. They had custom injectors made, and even they're not big enough. They continue working on this thing, working it out. It's been as quick as 541. Yep. That ain't going to work. That is a torque converter car, and what Bob Button pulled in, and he pushed the button and pushed the gas. The gas worked. The button failed to work. That car was supposed to leave, well, basically like any torque converter car does. When you pull up, hold the trans brake, mash the gas, and then when it's time to go, you just let go of the button. Unfortunately, he pulled in and pushed the button and mashed the gas, and the button didn't work, so the car took off before the tree fired. And when the car takes off before the tree fired, you do not get a time. If you get the yellow lights to flash and then you leave red, then you will still get a qualifying time. But if the car leaves before the yellows flash, in essence, the computer, when the sequence starts, it sees no car on the starting line. Clock doesn't start. Clock doesn't stop. You get no time. And for Bob Button, disappointing that he's going to go home a little early.